NFL makes the world go round. And the reigning MVP, one of the best players in the NFL. And, for my money, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. And I don't know if there's still a quarterback right now who I would take over him with the game on the line to go win one for me. Yes, people will tell me he's only won one Super Bowl, and Ben Roethlisberger's won more, and Eli Manning. They'll throw out random stuff like that. But Aaron Rodgers carries the Green Bay Packers. He's carried them last year. He's carrying them this year. And so now the comments come out about his vaccination status, going back to comments about him being immunized. And it's coming out, filed for a special exemption from the NFL to where he viewed his immunization, as similar to a vaccination, was in turn denied. And he was asked directly about it. And he talked about, the privacy aspects of some of the guys on his team and in the league. And I completely get all that. I understand it all. Aaron Rodgers has the right. It's his medical history. No one sit there and ask him, hey, Aaron, have you had a vasectomy? You've been vaccinated for hepatitis. There's all this other stuff that they could throw out there, but nobody ever asks. No one ever asks me about my kids, been vaccinated for measles or chicken pox. I mean, you take for granted that some of those things are, but no one ever asked my kid if they've been vaccinated for hepatitis or HPV or whatever else it might be. It's a personal thing. And so I get it. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best players, and he never came out and overtly said he wasn't vaccinated. He said he was immunized. And so that starts this conversation here where, some people are on one side of it. Some people are going to be on the other. And whether you're defending Aaron Rodgers and whether or not you're pro-vaccination, you may just be, pro-choice and allowing people to choose their own medical opinions and what they value in life and how they want to operate. And that's kind of where I am. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you think that's something that's appropriate for you, then go ahead and do it. I'm not going to shame you one way or another. But as we get to, one of the more devastating things I think that happened recently, the Henry Ruggs situation down in Las Vegas, people were on Twitter, and this is what's amazing about Twitter, comparing the coverage of Aaron Rodgers to Henry Ruggs, as if, well, look at, you're going to let this guy off and you're going to give Aaron Rodgers more of an easy time, or maybe vice versa. I started reading stuff that said both ways. And I'm like, Henry Ruggs, the former Alabama receiver who was recently released by the Raiders, who killed a woman in a motor vehicle accident. And as the details begin to leak out, his blood alcohol was twice the legal limit. So it wasn't something where maybe he had just, one drink too many. He obviously was impaired. And I do think that there's a difference there where, some people are just slightly above it. That's a bad decision. Other people, when you're significantly above it, okay, like you've gone and done something that you shouldn't have. And then on top of that, he's compounding that with, driving 156 miles an hour and taking a woman's life due to, his irresponsibility, that you'll never be able to recover from that. She can't come back from it. Her family, I'm sure, is devastated. But the comparing of those two situations, the Aaron Rodgers to Henry Ruggs, like it's mind blowing to think about that. One guy's just wanting to make a personal health and medical choice for him and his family. Another guy chose to do something highly ill-advisable and then get behind the wheel after drinking and drive at a rate of speed that he's lucky that he's still alive, but he ultimately took someone else's life. Those two things are completely incomparable. You cannot compare them one bit. Someone lost their life and it was tragic, and it was the direct result of someone else's decision. And don't give me this stuff about Aaron Rodgers. If he's not vaccinated, he can harm other people. I don't want to hear about that. Like other people, their immune systems, their situation, their body, that's all on them. Henry Ruggs made a terrible decision to do what he did and ultimately took someone's life. So Aaron Rodgers battles through this and they talk about it and everything else. We sit here and analyze it. I mean, there's real things that have happened. Henry Ruggs is out of a job, and based upon what happened, he should be. I don't know what's in his heart. I don't know what remorse is there, and the decisions he's made and how he's operated in his life. That's between him and his maker. But those two situations are never and should never be on the same level with what is happening, and the coverage of both, is widely different, and it should be widely different based upon the results of the actions that each player has had. And like I said, Aaron Rodgers, it's a personal choice for him, and it's none of our business. Just the same way, if it's none of our business, if he went and had off-season surgery, it's his employer's business. They're the one paying him to perform a job. And I doubt that he didn't lie to them. He didn't lie to his teammates. People knew I guarantee you every player's had to submit a vaccination card in the NFL if they claim they're vaccinated, because there's different rules for each, no different than a lot of jobs. Whether that's right or wrong doesn't matter. That's ultimately what people are doing. And there's this thought, I think, there's been proliferated a little bit where like Aaron Rodgers was fooling his teammates or maybe trying to fool the league or the NFL. I don't think that was it at all. With what he's done, he's been honest. I guarantee you he didn't falsify any documents. He tried to seek an exemption. Didn't happen. Okay. It is where it is. And he's operating under the guidelines that the NFL has set. Right or wrong. Boom. Put a bow on that. That's done.